Welcome to the channel and our Idle Heroes 2025 free-to-play series. Well, the start of our free-to-play series. We are launching a brand new server, starting a brand new server. It's not brand new today, but it is newer in the last couple of days. So yeah, we're just going to give this a shot. This isn't going to be super highly edited or anything. I'm going to try to skip like a lot of the really boring stuff for you guys, but I'm just going to click and play the game and then go back and edit it afterwards. I'm not like a content creator. I'm not, good at this kind of thing or anything like that. This is not my forte, but yeah, I do enjoy playing this game. I love this game, so I'm just gonna go for it. These first summons are always so bad. Here in a minute when we do our first like heroic scroll summons, at this point in the game you think that as long as this has been out that we'd have the availability to get some different heroes in that first summons, but I mean at the same time it is what it is. It's not game breaker or anything. And the big thing that would be to let us skip this if we've been through it a bunch of times. But it's actually been a while since I started a new account. If you're completely new to Idle Heroes, the first, I'd say 20 minutes of this game, 30 minutes of this game, you can't do anything. So I can't click on any of this stuff. You have to follow the big white finger that's going to be on screen when you can figure out where it's at. So you just kind of run through exactly what it tells you to do. This right here is, oddly enough, the thing that people ask about the most in chat is how you disassemble heroes. It's crazy to me how many times I probably see that pop up once or twice every time I start a new server when I actually look at chat. It's crazy to me how many people miss that part of this little tutorial. But it's because you go mind numb following the finger and you're like, oh yeah, why did it send me to that point to begin with? So what I'm trying to do, I want to get through this first playthrough. I want to get to where we open our Celestial Island. It has been a while since I started a new series, or not a new series, but a new server. So I honestly don't remember how far you get before you're time gated, or before it stops you from making progress because of your level. Because one thing about Idle Heroes is that out of all the games like this one is the most, until you hit like level 130, account level 130, all that's just based on time. You just have to wait it out. You can, even if you're spending money, you can speed it up a little bit by increasing your VIP level, because it just kind of increases the amount of XP you get, but it doesn't make like a huge difference. Spending it doesn't make like a huge difference in your speed that you progress. As far as the account level goes, it definitely changes, event outcomes and the heroes you can get. But you can just kind of hang out free to play and do your thing. But I haven't done it in a while. I think the last time I started a new free to play was probably 2023. Okay, we just have to play through these for a little bit and get these early on battles done. That's the newbie growth plan. The newbie growth plan is great. I'm gonna get that stuff collected. First time we can actually kind of click around on our own. So the event that's going on right now isn't going to do us any good, really. So, so we got here we go. Splendid card. We have the Fantasy Factory, which isn't bad. You can get some decent rewards here, but it's not anything that's going to be outstanding. We can't get that far unless we dump a bunch of gems into it, and I'm not sure if I'm going to do that yet or not. I'll make that decision on the last day of the event. But we won't get very far, probably right in this area, maybe. Just because we've missed a few days of the server being live, of the event being live. This we won't get anywhere on. I think we have to do a couple of these just to advance the newbie growth plan early on, but it won't be enough. They don't give us enough of these to get anywhere. So I doubt we could even get down here to Williams. Now this is a different story. This giving us 24 of these heroic scrolls kind of makes me think that it might be worth spending the heroic scrolls to get the heroic scrolls, because you get so many early on that it makes the first event that we come into. But we just finished Chinese New Year, and we won't get here. We just finished Chinese New Year, and this is Prophet Orb, so we won't be able to get that. So this is about the only thing we might be able to do. Anyways, we just finished Chinese New Year, and with Chinese New Year just finishing, we had a heroic summons event during that. So it's going to be a few weeks before we actually get another heroic scroll, summoning scroll, 2 or 3 weeks. So I doubt next week, when the, which is Valentine's Day, when that event starts, I don't see it really, I lost those words. I don't see us having heroic scrum summoning event. So once we dump all the codes into this, I'm half tempted to just go ahead and do a bunch of summons and see if we can pull something really lucky. Because I don't think it'll destroy us coming into the events in the future. I mean, ideally you want to hoard those. Don't get me wrong, that's not the right approach. But I don't feel like it's gonna just completely destroy the progress on this account if we dumped 100 scrolls from the free stuff we get, because we get 24 of them back there. So it doesn't make I don't feel like it's gonna make a huge difference. But if we luck out and pull one of the good first starting heroes, if we pull an Eloise or a Holmes Young or something like that, something fun, they're like, oh, we kind of want to play that through just to see where it goes, it might be worth doing those summons. I'm going to think on that. That's not I'm going to do it today kind of thing. Maybe even tomorrow, I'll have a decision made on that, kind of get a feel for how the account's going. But yeah, I don't feel like that's the worst decision we could make. It's definitely not the best decision, no, but I don't feel like it's the worst decision that we could make. All right, we're just going to click through all these battles for a little while until it stalls out or makes us pull out again. Okay, I should have... We lost that battle. I should have pulled this Nora out and lifted her up. And I didn't. And then I want to go ahead and get rid of these ones because they're annoying. You can always, you can just always destroy the 1 and 2 stars. They are not used for anything other than doing that with. And then if you are starting a brand new account and you haven't played Idle Heroes before, quick tip, this obviously isn't meant to be a tutorial, but kind of pay attention to this timer up here. The last reward is a hero selection chest that's really good. And yeah, it's definitely worth keeping on top of this so that you can get that 12. It's a 12-hour timer on that one, and the ones before it are hours, like 8 hours, 4 hours, 2 hours. They start getting it more extended. It's definitely worth moving through that as fast as you can, just so you can get that reward, because that's when you can pick a Eloise or whatever hero that you're going to go with right off the bat.
Okay.
Set my birthday. That should hit it reset. And it'll give me a nice little countdown to reset. So yeah, we're doing this right at reset. I don't even think I'll be through all the normal day 1 stuff before reset actually happens. And then I'm going to click through all these applies right here, because I can't type into chat for probably another 10, 15, 20 minutes, something like that. But if I go ahead and annoy myself with all this clicking really fast, I will be able to, hopefully, some of these people will log on as we get closer to reset, and I can add them before I can actually type into chat and ask people to add me, which is really nice. Yeah, so this account's not, or this server's not that old. I don't know exactly what day it started up, but, you know, all these people are low enough level that... man, like going here. Yeah, see, everybody's, well, this guy's a bot. But, yeah, 46. This is probably isn't that old, a day or two old. Alright, forgot what I was doing here. Okay, there we go here. Get our Nora going. Then, okay, and that unlocks the Tower of Oblivion. I did have to hop out and level up my Nora because she was dying. I lost the battle. So we're just going to click through this. I miss the old system here. If you've played Idle Heroes before, you know what I mean. So before, when you did this, you could click on this super fast. Now there's only like 1 or 2 seconds in between each battle, but now you just have to wait for it to cycle through. So we're just going to let it cycle through here and see exactly when we get beat and go from there. Okay, we got to floor 20. That's not too bad for the first little tie here. Let's clean up some of these. Claim what we can here real fast. Then see what the daily quests. Let's go get the Hand of Midas collected. Get these so that we don't miss it before it resets. We can't do this yet because we have no friends. Go ahead and apply for... Oh, they apply on those. We can't do that yet. Let's get this advancing. Uh-oh, we're going to collect our gold. Fix it out real quick. Like that. Get through that first stage of that. Should we get some progression here? The marketplace. And buy this. And then just because I know the newbie growth plan actually makes you buy 3 things. So we're going to go ahead and buy one of these heroes real fast. Let's just get you. It doesn't pop up yet, but it makes you buy 3. Eventually, the daily only makes you do 2, but keep wish. Get that out of the way. I think I just need one of those. Yeah. Okay. And then we just send 6 heroes into a lineup. That's too easy. And then we're going to go ahead and level her up some more because we need 3 heroes eventually at level 100. And she's not the worst thing in the world to take to 100. Just because you get her right off the bat, you can kind of dump them into her. Sure, click that. And then we will go... What do we got to do here? When do we actually get... When do we get that? Not too far away. Okay. I'm going to jump into the campaign here, and what I'm going to do is just try... I think one of the next things that we unlock is... Actually, let's just check real fast. Yeah, so we unlock chat. So I'm going to go through here, unlock chat. That's just for the code. We'll pop out and do codes here in a minute. Yeah, so let's see if we can get this all the way to the arena real fast. And go from there. This is going to unlock our arena. And then we'll go through here and get some other stuff kind of done up that we needed to do. There we go. So the arena's unlocked. That's happy days. Alrighty, let's throw some stuff in here. We can go ahead and throw her in there. I honestly think that the first few battles are, why can't I, oh, there. I'm just stupid. That's why. I'm just stupid. I think these are all bots for the first battles. So we're going to jump in here and knock a couple of these out real fast. I'm not sure. I know we need 3 for the daily, but I think I'm almost positive we need 5 for the newbie growth plan. So we're going to... So that should be our 5 for the newbie growth plan and the 3 for our daily. So let's collect our achievements here. So what we get... It has been long enough that I don't really... like a lot of this is fresh in my mind, but a lot of it's knocked also. That's not too bad, is it? Let's see what we got. Oh, there we go. There. So now we're going to be able to get our hearts. I keep doing that. It's like double clicking. That was weird. There. So we got all the dailies done for today. Which is kind of what I wanted to do, because we only have 20 minutes left before reset. So that makes me happy. And then we are going to... I'm done here. Oh, I can't do that yet, because I got rid of those 1 stars and 2 stars. Okay, and you're going to summon this. And I don't think that was the worst thing that could happen. Certainly not the best. Get 30 seconds till we hit that. So we're going to pop up here. And what we're going to do is pop in here. And we're going to see if we can get some of these codes redeemed. I don't know if any of these are still good. There we go. That one is. That's nice. Let me see what we got here. See if Barry's code works. Nope. It was worth a try. I kind of thought... I think a couple of these are expired. I honestly don't know, but... there we go. Oh, I actually thought that one was expired. I'm not gonna lie. And then this one I think's expired, but we're gonna try it just in case I'm wrong. Yeah. Okay. And then is it just IH999? Is that it? Is it that simple? Am I forgetting part of that? Nope. And then we're gonna do IH777 exchange. What do we got? Looks like that now. So there's 40 heroic scrolls, 60. So there's the 100 we're talking about. Wow. That gave us a luxury skin. That was a good code. I mean, not game changing, but that's a nice code. So is that. Wow. Man, a couple of those are really good codes. Let's see what we got. Glory challenge here. More scrolls. We like that. I'm really tempted. I am really tempted. I know I shouldn't. I know you're not supposed to. But really, I'm really tempted to dump like 100 of these right off the bat. I know it's suboptimal. Right? And then what? We got... I was pretty sure I got 24 of them back. So you get 24 of them back. The gear doesn't matter. This will help a little bit in the Fantasy Factory. Not enough to be a game changer. Right? But We won't get the dark. We won't get these two. I don't see a world where we get those two with some summons. But I'm definitely tempted to dump 100 summons. We'll think on that. Get rid of that red dot because it annoys me. All right. Now what do we need to do again? Oh yeah, I need to send in 6 heroes. Okay. So we are just back to knocking out the campaign. So I'm just going to knock out this campaign until we get right here to the guild. And then I think we're probably going to go old school and start our own guild rather than waiting around to join a guild. It's just it takes so long sometimes to get approved that I'm not sure I want to mess with that. We're going to do something first. So we're going to pop in here and we are going to we're going to summon both these, or all 3 of these, because we're going to need those to make a 5-star here in a minute anyways, as part of the newbie growth plan, so that I can send these all into battle. And there we go. So then I can get the 6 heroes into battle and collect that part of the newbie growth plan. So I'm going to run through all these battles. And we will see when it stops us. It's going to stop us at the guild. And then we'll start a guild and see what we do from there. Okay, got the guild unlocked here. We're going to pop in and we're just going to eat the 500 coins. I know free to play, we probably shouldn't. We should just join somebody's. But it's really hard because the progress you make from being the highest damage dealer on every guild boss kind of outweighs that in my mind anyways. I don't know, I know that's more of an old school strategy. I don't know what people are doing nowadays, but that's just kind of how I've always done it. I did have to pop out. I did lose a battle, so I had to pop out and I threw some levels on Corpse Demon. Just because we have to have 3 heroes to level 100 anyways, so it's not like the end of the world, and we'll just make Corpse Demon one of those 3. Yeah, we can forge a piece of equipment real quick. That's a no-brainer, no effort needed. I don't know if we can summon somebody yet. Let's see what we can do here. I know they give you enough stuff too, I just don't know exactly when you get it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Oh, yeah, we got those. I just summoned both those. I think I just summoned one too many of those. And then we can eat 4 of these. Probably got one too many of those too, but we create. Got that down. Those rewards don't really do us any good right now, I don't think. And we don't have the tree unlocked yet. Well, there it is. So we're just going to keep slugging around until we get that tree unlocked. Okay, we unlocked the prophet tree, the prophet tree, whatever it's called. And then I closed out the game and then reloaded it because we're so close to reset, so we can get some birthday gifts here. And then you click those, and then the dailies that came in for it being a new server and for the event. But we're going to pop over. Whoa, I wish we could do that. And we are going to See if we can get lucky. Got a 5-star. That was nice. What? Oh, it's heroic summons. I totally screwed that up. Well, we got to do prophet summons anyways. Okay, so we are going to go in here, and I'm just going to be lazy about it. I'm not going to lie to you. I'm not going to do 8 of them separately. And it's a big 0. Yeah. You know, you always kind of want it to be something. But at the same time, you don't expect it to be. But that gives us our Garuda, which is huge. And then honestly, early on, Sigmund's not a bad hero. I mean, I wouldn't put him as a great hero, but he's not a bad hero. So definitely both of those are usable that they hand you right off the bat. I think with the Corpse Demon's freeze, you know, those 3 heroes are pretty. Again, we're talking like super early game, first week or whatever. That's not a bad little group or whatever. Because Sigmund lights everybody on fire. And we are going to jump in here. We're going to click these achievements, and we're going to jump back into the Tower of Oblivion and see how far we can get Garuda to carry us. Is what we're going to do here. Let's go into the Tower of Oblivion. I'm going to auto clear that. We're just going to dump these 2 in there. Give them a Sigmund. All right, let's see how far we can get this going. Okay, we made it to floor 96 by hopping out and just leveling them up as we got promotion stones. I just kind of want to see how this goes. I already lost to it once, but just kind of give it a watch just to see how it's just playing out for us. I fully expect to lose it again, but sometimes you give them a watch and they clear. But we can watch Garuda die. There we go. Anyways, so that was floor 96. So that was a nice little bit of progress. Yeah, I did not get enough promotion stones. I didn't think I did. So what we're going to do down here... Oh, okay, we need to go smack the guild boss finally. So we're going to hop in here. I didn't do it earlier. Move her to the center. She's really the one that matters here. Need to put some levels into him, but I don't want to till we have a little bit extra. Let's see what we can do with the guild boss here. If we stay alive, we have a good chance of... You know, it's only going to take 2 hits, but to kill it. But every now and then, if you get the right heroes going or something, if you get a little bit lucky on the RNG side of things, you can kill on the first hit. Let's see what we got going on, though. And this is winding down. Now, I honestly think if we'd had just like maybe 2 more rounds, 1 more round, we would have got it done. This is definitely close, but yeah, we'll get it next round when we want to. I'll hold off on hitting it the second time for the newbie growth plan, because I think the second hit, it wants you to do damage to the boss again for the newbie growth plan. Here coming up, and I think we get to that point today. We're going to get to that point today. I don't really know. But, yeah. Let's see here. Click that. Then we just need to not click on that on accident. We're going to have to kill it once to get that. Quest we can't do yet, and so we need to go to 1415. I'm going to do that real fast. With the tavern unlocked, we'll be able to complete this. Look at that, 6-star right off the bat. We're going to take that, And we have to complete a 4-star, so we're actually just going to complete it. That 6-star. Normally wouldn't want to do that, but I want to make as much progress in the newbie growth plan as we can, just because early on, it's just the best way to progress. It's going to give us our Gruta materials. And then when do we have to hit the boss again? Oh yeah, so it's quite a while down the road before we have to do that again. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and jump in here. We're going to kill that guild boss really fast, because there's no reason not to. And then we can level all that stuff up. Yeah, so we can knock him around a little bit here. Super fast. So I'm not going to lie, that took more rounds than I thought it was going to. I mean, it still wasn't bad, but I genuinely thought it'd be faster than that. It did happen, though. Okay, so we're going to pop out here, get our mail for killing him. And then we should be able to... I clicked on that. That's twice I did that. Going here to the guild. Warrior. We're going to upgrade this to level 10. We're going to dump the rest of that into attack for now. There we go. And that should have completed a couple more things for us. Some gear. So now we just need to unlock the Celestial Island. And of course upgrade 3 heroes to level 100, but I don't think we have the promotion stone. Oh, we do have. I was wrong. So we got promotion stones to get him up. I'm actually really surprised how well this Corpse Demon has been doing. You know, it's just not a hero that you normally use. He's been doing really well in this little mini team comp we have going on. Early team comp, whatever you want to call it. Not too bad. That CC, and he hits the whole back line, or the whole front line. But if the front line has been killed, right, he hits the whole back line. So he's hitting a lot of things. We need to go ahead and get the dailies done again, because we played through reset. So we're going to pop all these dailies out real fast. Buy here again. Just do that once. Nothing on the summons. It's the only part that's kind of like the hopefulness. And that's daily's done, except for the collect rewards from the campaign twice. But I feel like we want to wait just in case we get to this point so we can collect all that gold then. Yeah, I don't know that we'll get there. But I really think it's just on to the campaign grind now. Let's see. Let's see, it's not too far away. Yeah, let's run through this really fast here, because these two are really running fast work, or doing it in fast work, so this shouldn't be too bad. Now I'll just speed this up so it doesn't torch you guys, but you can kind of see how they're working together. I think they're doing pretty good. All right, and this one's going to unlock our Celestial Island, which is kind of a nice little milestone. Again, it's all day one stuff, and I was kind of feeling like that would be the stopping point for the day. We're going to see. I don't think we unlock anything else. I think that's the stopping point. And then I think it like wants you to have a 6-star and be level 44 or something like that, or 34. Let me see here what we've got going on. Yeah, level 140 and be character level 144. And of course, we'll never hit that today. But I do think that it does it like overnight. I think that if we just let this cook overnight, it'll happen. So we can get our Celestial Island set up. Until these are leveled up, that's the only thing we want to level up. We're going to set it or out on our adventure. We only have one map open here. But that's done. All right. That makes me happy. Sorry, we're doing this alone. Okay, I'm going to call that a day. So what we got going on is I might go ahead and grind these campaign levels out, see how far we can get. It doesn't unlock anything else. Star Arena isn't even active right now, I don't believe. Oh, we can get Fantasy Arcade unlocked, but that's going to be something I would do off camera. And Brave Trial? We might be able to unlock Brave Trial. I'm going to do some grinding offline. I mean, I'm just going to grind through these levels because there's nothing to even, say or do with that. We're going to see where we get. Maybe we can get, when's Brave Trial unlocked? Or does it let me even check? It won't even let me check right now. Check in. Yeah, no Brave Trial. I can't tell if it's even open yet until I get to that point. But yeah, I think this is a good stopping point. So I'm going to grind these levels out. And then maybe if I do get the Fantasy Factory unlocked, I'll get us some coins on that. But yeah, we'll see. And the only reason I'm even going to grind out the levels is so that we are getting resources at a faster rate. Because the higher up level we go, the more we get XP. So we can make sure and hit that level 44 by tomorrow. So I might grind this out a little bit more. Yeah, we'll see. All right. I hope this wasn't too bad. If you made it to this point, go ahead and hit the subscribe button if you wouldn't mind, just because you can see episode 2 tomorrow. Especially here for the first like week or something, we're going to dump there'll probably be a video a day as we're going through this because there's stuff to do. And then as things slow down, we'll readjust just depending on now what's going on or what it's all about. So thank you so much, and we'll see you next time.